Sorry. It's just the way you shrieked like that was so cute. Oh, look at her cute little happy face. Oh. Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Grandmaster Shaymin, and welcome back to episode 4 of the Wolf Tales visual novel playthrough. I'm Grandmaster Shaymin, obviously, and today we have yet another exciting episode. Now, if you guys would not mind, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button down below for me. It takes 2 little seconds, just tap on that. It really shows your support for the series and the episode. I really would appreciate that, as well as leaving a comment in the comment section. It could be anything you want. You could legitimately just comment on all my videos and say tits or something, and it would be a great help to the channel, as well as hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we try to get towards 200 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for all the help that you guys have given me over the course of my time here on YouTube. I really do appreciate it. And without further ado, we're going to get right on into it. By the time noon has rolled around, the weather outside seems to have improved. Not to the point where I have any confidence of making a long trek, but at the very least, it seems as though I'll be able to scout out the area. Alright, I should take this opportunity to check out the new landscape, in particular to see if the path Midai and Fuyu were taking yesterday has cleared up at all. After confirming on the radio that the weather is set to remain unchanged for the rest of the day, I begin to put on my boots and coat. Abby-chan? Where are you going? Oh, Midari. I was just going to check on the terrain, now that the weather has been stabilized for a bit. I'll be back before long. I'll come with you. No, you won't. I gently flick Midai on the forehead and punish her for saying something so unreasonable. Look at her freaking face. Aw. You just stay put and recover. I don't want you overexerting yourself. But I can't continue to leech off your kindness like this. I need to make myself useful. It's the least I can do considering everything you've done for me. I appreciate your feelings, but if you come with me and faint again, you're only going to cause more trouble. Oh. Midari sulks as I point out the major flaw in her offer without hesitation. Listen, I know it's kind of rude to ask this of a sick person, and I'm not implying that this is all you're good for or anything, but if you're really itching for something to do, why not clean up a bit or make lunch for when I get back? Only if you're feeling up to it, of course. Yes, absolutely. It'll be my pleasure, Abby-chan. Thank you. No, you don't need to thank me for assigning you chores. Without wasting a moment, Midari skips over to the storeroom, where I keep all of the cleaning supplies. It seems like the specter of illness means nothing to Midari after all. Distressed suitably, I head out to the snow. As I go to close the door behind me, however, I feel something block my way. Hey, watch it, Abby-chan! Oh, Fuyu, I'm sorry. Fuyu pushes past me, and this time I close the door for real. Wait a minute, what are you doing out here? What, do I need your permission to go outside? Well, no, I guess not. But given the timing, it's like you were following. You're gonna check out the terrain, aren't you? To see what's changed, and where you can get through. If you're gonna try and reach our den, I'm going to be the guide, and I will hardly allow the princess to go, given her current condition. I never said about going to visit your den. Fine, you can come along. Just don't get too far ahead. Fuyu runs off before I can finish speaking. Oh well, if she's this lively, it shouldn't be a problem. Besides, I was planning on checking the path those girls took yesterday. Guess the only change of plans, I'll be doing it with company. Following after Fuyu, I soon reached the stretch of snow where I found the other 2 girls yesterday. While visibility has certainly improved, the patch itself is still blocked off. At a glance, it doesn't seem like there's any way to get through. Still no good, huh? Maybe if No, that won't work. I hate to break it to you, Fuyu, but it doesn't look like you'll be getting through here. Not today, at least. I know. Even so, I can't give up and return empty-handed. What would the princess say if I returned without securing a route home? She'd probably be relieved. You may want to go back as soon as possible, but I get the feeling Midari isn't so keen. Whether she wants to return or not, the princess understands that we must. As such, it is my duty to ensure that return is made possible. Well, I mean, good luck with that. Unless you have a snowplow handy, I don't think you'll be getting through here anytime soon. Scratch, 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 scratch. Fuyu, you can't dig your way through. Not with that attitude! Scratch, 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 scratch. Seriously? At least wait for the snow to melt a bit. Trying to dig right through there right now must be like clawing your way through stone. Don't underestimate the might of... Fuyu suddenly jumps in fright as some of the piled snow falls onto her. It seems like having Fuyu dig at the base of the snow has caused it to shift under its own weight. Ha! Are you alright, Fuyu? Don't laugh at me, human! I should hug her. It's okay. Sorry. It's just the way you shrieked like that was so cute. Oh, look at her cute little happy face. Oh, the pinch your cheekies. Oh, fine. Whoa! I dodged at the last second as a snowball narrowly misses my head. What are you doing, Fuyu? You could have hit me. That's the point, you fool! Ugh. The second snowball clips my shoulder, knocking me off balance. You little... Nya, stupid human. That's what you get for making fun of, huh? Without rising to my feet, I quickly ball up the snow and hurl it towards Fuyu, just barely missing her torso. What the heck do you think you're doing? Throwing a snowball. What does it look like? You can't do that. I'm the one throwing snow at you. What are you, a little kid? I don't need your permission to defend myself. Hup! Stop doing that this instant. Make me. Grr. Fine then. We'll show you how. Show you like it when I throw. We'll see how you like it when I throw a snowball at you. Well, yeah, that's how the snowball started. The snowball fight started. I ducked to the side as Fuyu throws another snowball at my head. The moment I correct my posture, Fuyu has already started to ball up another, and she's getting ready to throw it. Sheesh, give me a break. How can you do that so quickly? Someone who wears these ridiculous things on their hands will never be able to match my speed. Oh yeah? We'll see about that. Hup. Too slow. Should I give you a handicap, human? Don't underestimate me. Before I realize it, I find myself becoming more and more invested in the outcome of my snowball fight with Fuyu. What started as a cheeky bit of fun develops into a tense showdown, with both sides putting far more effort than one would expect. As strange as it may seem, I'm actually having fun. Spending every day out here struggling to stay warm and keep my supplies up, I sometimes forget about the upsides of being surrounded by snow. When was the last time I even thought about having a snowball fight, or making snow angels, or engaging in any of the fun yet childish activities? Maybe this place doesn't have to be a barren wasteland I always think of it after all. Gahaha, missed me! Stop moving! Not gonna happen! Fuyu turns around and wiggles her butt in my direction, mocking me. At that moment, I reveal a second snowball hidden behind my back and throw it as quickly as I can. Gah! Gotcha! Did you throw it there? The snow is dripping into my pants. It's really cold. So wear proper clothing next time. It's not my fault you're dressed like that. Fuyu dances around trying to shift the snow that has trickled under her clothes. A few small pieces of snow fall out, but judging by the expression on her face, there's still more to come. Chance! What? What are you doing? Can't you see I'm preoccupied? That's exactly what makes it a perfect opportunity. Hup! Stop it! Make me. Yahaha! Despite her complaints, Fuyu laughs happily as she dodges my opportunistic onslaught. Dodging while simultaneously removing snow from under her clothes, Fuyu displays dexterity I could only dream of possessing. And there! That's the last of it. You better prepare yourself now, Abby-chan! Grinning from ear to ear, a playful smile adorns Fuyu's face as she hurriedly begins to create another snowball. No matter what she says, it's clear to me that she's having fun. Fuyu may be abrasive and direct, but it looks like she has a fun side. She's also pretty cute when she smiles. It's evident she cares deeply about Mirari. My first impression of Fuyu might be wrong after all. If Fuyu were just a little bit more honest and less defensive, she might actually make a pretty good housemate. I mean, she does anyway. I like when she's defensive. It's adorable. Upon returning to the cabin, Fuyu and I are greeted with the delicious smell of home cooking. Awaiting us in the kitchen is Mirari, who seems to have just finished cooking as we return. Without wasting any time, Mirari greets the two of us, places 3 bowls on the table, and invites us over to eat. This is so good! Nothing like a hot meal after playing around in the snow. Playing around? I thought you two were going to check the terrain. No, I wasn't playing exactly. It was more like a grudge match. A grudge match? Between whom? Relax, Mideye. It was just Fuyu acting tough. We were having a snowball fight. That's... Enough out of you! Fuyu covers my mouth in a fluster. Unfortunately for Fuyu, she's already far too late. A snowball fight? How marvelous! I wish I could have joined you. I pull Fuyu's hands away from my mouth and smile wryly at Mirai. Sorry, we didn't mean to go off and have fun without you. Oh no, I'm not blaming you. In fact, I'm pleased to see you getting along so well. Getting along? Who's getting along, Baka? I was just defending my honor. It's not like I like you or anything. You were getting your ass handed to you. Yeah, that was the literal line. Holy shit, get fucked, Fuyu. Please, you are begging for mercy, little girl. Blah. Fuyu sticks her tongue out towards me. Oh, blah. Fuyu sticks her tongue out towards me, then returns to eating her lunch. Sighing in defeat, I pick up my fork and start to do the same. After taking a few bites, I realize that I am being watched. As I raise my head, I find Mirari still isn't eating. Instead, she's simply watching me with a satisfied look on her face. Aren't you going to eat as well? It can't be that interesting just to watch us eat. But it is! It brings me great joy to watch other people enjoy my cooking. Is that right? Do you cook for others often? No, I'm afraid not. I've been practicing for years, but it's rare for me to get the chance to feed anyone. Oh, right. You said something about undergoing training before. But if you never got the opportunity to put your skills to use, what's the point in training? They will be put to use. Really? When will that... Seconds! Before I can finish speaking, Fuyu thrusts her bowl at Mirari and I. I glance at the bowl, realize that there's still a small amount of food left at the bottom, and Fuyu is chewing as she speaks. Oh, yes, right away. Gosh, Fuyu, you're never full, are you? Nope, I need all the energy I can to do my job. So feed me well, princess. It's for your own benefit. Of course, I'll get right on that. Watching the conveniently timed interaction between the two, I realize that Mirari doesn't want to talk about the subject we were discussing any further. And for my part, I'm happy to drop the matter. I don't need to know every aspect of the girls' lives. If there are things they don't want to tell me, then that's perfectly fine. As long as the three of us can get along together, the finer details can be happily forgotten. Fair enough. Shortly after the girls and I finish eating lunch, I sit down and the two of them and face them with a serious look on my face. For all my optimistic thoughts about the three of us getting along without sweating the details, there's one matter we all must discuss. Alright, girls. It's time to talk about your plan. Our plan? Our plan for what? Both wolf girls tilt their head in unison in a vague question. That's your plan to get home. It may not be possible to get through right now, but you're going to need some kind of idea on how to get back home. I mean, I won't tell you to get out right this minute, but surely you aren't planning on staying here forever. Of course not. Who would want to stay in this human cabin? Rest assured, princess, I'll find a way for us to get home in no time. Is it really necessary for us to go back? Let's see. I only know one path to this side of the mountain, but there should be others. I guess I should go scouting out for a little while each day and familiarize myself with the area. Human, how well do you know this area? Well, a week ago, I would have said I knew it well, but after the weather we've had recently, I can't really say. So this human is useless as expected. I guess it's up to me after all. You're quite a rude little girl, you know that? Although, I guess it's oftentimes not much better. I'm oftentimes not much better. Paying no mind to Midai's sullen mood, Fuyu and I continue to talk about the landscape surrounding us and possible paths to get back to the girls' den. Unfortunately, our talk is for naught. With so much having changed in a short period of time, my knowledge of the area is useless, and so is my map. For the time being, all we can do is sit tight. As night rolls around, I decide that it's time to take a bath. I mean, okay, so it makes sense. Like, I'm sure some people would, be like, whoa, we can go and fuck these wolf girls and shit like that. I don't know what people think. Probably, because, I mean, people seem to think that relatively often. I don't know. I'm not one of them, so I don't understand. But, the main character is really, really kind of alone all the time and wants to be alone. Doesn't get along well with other people, which I can completely 100% understand. Like, there are a few people that I get along with, but honestly, it's honestly a very small amount of people. And if you, like I said, if you gave me the choice to be in this highly dense populated area and be surrounded by people 24/7, or be out in the forest in the cabin, and I mean, she doesn't really have to work, clearly, or she would be working consistently. So she's probably out. I'm curious as to like what she does. There's obviously a refrigerator, so it's a relatively newer time period. So I'm curious to see, like, I don't think we'll ever actually find out, but I'm wondering how she gets this television, how she pays for all this stuff, considering that she clearly doesn't have any sort of stable job, or if she maybe she just works for 6 months out of the year, but that's still kind of odd. I mean, I don't know. I don't quite know. Maybe she's been saving up for this for a while, bought the house. She's a badass and had a full-time job, bought this house, saved up enough money to where she only has to work like 3 months out of the year in the summer, and then that's it for the rest of the year. Maybe she is one of those people. I mean, that's a really rare person, but hey, props out to her for that. Thankfully, while drinking water isn't exactly abundant out here, there's no shortage of water suitable for bathing. I mean, is the faucet not okay? I mean, you use it to clean your dishes. I would hope it would be at least pretty okay. Grab some snow, wait for it to melt, filter it, and have a good old shower. Alright, I'm going in for a bath. Don't do anything bad while I'm busy bathing. What are you accusing us of? Just go clean yourself already, smelly human. Well, I can't say I didn't ask for that. Having grabbed a change of clothes and a towel, I head for the bathroom. I run the water for a few seconds in order to give it time to warm up. While it's doing so, I strip down and prepare to enter the bathtub. A warm bath in the middle of a frozen wasteland. As far as guilty pleasures go, this is pretty hard to beat. See, this is what I would have done when we found the wolf girl in the first place. Is I would have turned this on, put on relatively lukewarm water, especially if she was so cold you could feel it through the bath towel. Probably lukewarm water would have been fine. Put the girl in the tub, because that will help warm her up a little bit faster. As far as guilty pleasures go, this has to be pretty hard to beat. I think I've had, one bath? One bath in, since, 7th grade. Just one. I sink into the bathtub and let out a deep sigh as the water slowly covers more and more of my body. Once the water is up to my breasts, I turn the tap off and lay back. Wonder how... See, I would be drowning, so it would be like... That's not a lot of water, though, is it? Eh. Even if they're relatively big. Like... I don't know. Mine don't exist. Come to think of it, I wonder if the wolf girls use bath like this. Merari seems to know her way around the house, so it wouldn't surprise me if she did. Fuyu, on the other hand, I could totally see her licking herself clean in the middle of the living room. No, don't picture that. Don't picture either of those things. Those girls are guests in this house. I can't be thinking of them that way. My expression falls as I think about the girls' situation. While I'm willing to let them stay with me if it's just for a while, I understand that I'm ultimately doing them no favors. If I kick them out now, they'll likely freeze to death and die of starvation. But if I let them stay too long, they'll wind up getting used to life here, and they'll become unable to rejoin their pack. I mean, I don't know about unable, because it's the same thing as the other way around. They are not unable to come into your house and stay here because they live with their pack too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would just be weird for them. They would have to get used to things again. But, I mean, at the same time, like, getting used to things again, dying. Which one's better? This is a surprisingly delicate matter. Squeak. Before I can sink too deeply into my own thoughts, an unexpected sound reaches my ears. As I turn to see what caused the disturbance, what I find is... there's the nice beam of light. I don't have to censor it, guys. Minari averts her gaze as she walks towards me, clad in nothing but a towel. Instinctively, I cover my breasts and turn away in a flurry. Even if we're both girls, it's still embarrassing to have my body be seen like this. However, Midori draws closer. I find myself stealing glances at her. Midori, what are you doing here? If you want to take a bath, you could do it so after I finish. I lean forward in order to cover up as Midori continues to come closer. The moment I do, Midori slips into the bathtub behind me, resting her soft body against my back. Midori? I know this isn't much, but please. Finally, Midori speaks. The next moment, she pulls her body back, and I can instead feel her delicate hands rubbing my back. I don't possess your strength, Abby-chan, nor do I share Fuyu's wit or courage. I don't know this side of the mountain very well, and even if I did, even if I did want to go home, I wouldn't be of much help. It seems like no matter what I do, I'm just a nuisance. As Midori voices her frustration, she begins to rub harder. That's why, if there's anything I could do, please don't hesitate to ask. Cooking, cleaning, washing your body for you. If it's something that's within my power, I'll do it. Midori. My heart sinks as I contemplate Midori's words. Even without knowing the full story behind Midori's current situation, I'm aware of just how powerless she feels. In a short time that she's been here, all I've heard from Midori is how she appreciates what I've done for her, and how she doesn't want to leave. She really isn't making it easy for me to evict her. Midori, I'm glad you feel that way, but you really don't need to go this far. Go this far? I don't understand. All I'm doing is watching your back. Is that strange? Fuyu and I wash one another all the time. Yeah, but you've known each other much longer than I have, and this kind of thing is... Midori tilts her head with a smile on her face. It seems that bathing with a near stranger isn't as extreme of an act as it is for this wolf girl as it is for me. Maybe bathing together is some kind of half-wolf custom? Just because it isn't custom for humans, that doesn't mean there's something weird about it. Alright, do as you please. Yes, thank you very much. No, you really don't need to go so far as to thank me. Smiling from ear to ear, Midori picks up a bar of soap, lathers her hands, and begins to rub my back once more. While she's rubbing my back with her bare hands, I occasionally feel something else slap against my back. Heavily, but soft. The feeling only lasts for an instant, but it seems like every few seconds the sensation reappears once more. This is no good. She's trusting me here, and I'm getting turned on. Oh. I mean, it makes sense. We're lesbian in this game, so hell yes. I've got to get a grip and distract myself. So Mirai, Midori, how's life with the rest of your pack? It's fine, I guess. Ignoring my question, Midori proceeds to move to the front of my body. Before I can stop her, the rough material of the sponge caresses over my breasts. What is it? I've never heard you cry out like that. It's nothing. Painfully embarrassed at my high-pitched squeak earlier, I look down and Midori resumes watching my front. If this continues, you and Fuyu seem pretty close. Have you been friends since childhood? In a way. Damn it, Midori, try to strike up a conversation here. For whose sake do you think I'm asking these questions? Doing my best, I suppress my growing desires. I pitch a few more topics, all of which Midori shoots down. Thankfully, before long, okay, that ought to do it. You're done? Your back and shoulders are all nice and clean. That's all that's left now is the front. Midori points between my legs. Oh. Okay, let me just... Wait! Noni! Do you want me to get up and move to the front, or would you like to turn around? I'd like to know what the fuck is going on. I quickly cover my crotch with my hands, and Midori starts to squirm around behind my back. What are you doing, Abby-chan? I can't wash your front like this. You don't need to. Really, you've done enough already. I'll do the front myself, okay? Midori shakes her head. That won't do. I said I can wash you, didn't I? I just can't stop halfway through. That's my... I just shouldn't be touched there unless you're... Unless I'm what? I don't know how to respond. Midori's innocence is just too much for me to bear. How could I possibly tell this girl the magnitude of what she's just proposed? Fine. I understand. I'll give up on trying to wash your front for now. I breathe a sigh of relief and Merari takes pity on my poor soul. However, now that I'm done washing you, it's your turn to do me. Pardon? I turn around to find Merari exposing her bare back to me. It seems like it's that time for me to return Merari's favor by washing her back just as she washed mine. Okay, I can do this. I'm just washing her back. There's nothing sexual. Besides, I've seen Merari's naked body before. This won't be any different than the time I dressed her. I'll grab some soap, wash Merari's back, and that'll be the end of it. Setting my plan into motion, I rub a bar of soap between my hands, put it down, place my hand on Merari's shoulder. Kya! Sorry, I was just... No, it's okay. You're just doing what I asked you. I apologize for scaring you. I was just surprised. Surprised? I place my hand on Merari's shoulder once more. Merari shakes slightly, but doesn't yelp or move away. Taking a deep breath, she tries her best to remain calm as I move my hands lower down her back. My hands tremble as I caress her back, and continue to grow more conscious of the feeling being transmitted back to me. Merari's soft skin, which is far more delicate than my own, turns faintly white as my fingers press into her skin. That feels good. Can you press a little harder? Don't worry, I'm tougher than I look. Encouraged, I press the bar of soap into her smooth skin until I've worked up a lather. Then I begin to clean her with the sponge. I can't bring myself to look at Merari while I do this. This is bad. If I keep going like this, I'm not going to be able to justify this as friendly female skinship. Looking away, I lean forward to clean her as fast as possible, while trying to distract myself from my wandering mind. Sorry, am I pressing too hard after all? It's not that, it's just, I can feel your chest on my back. Startled, I look down at my body. I've been trying to avoid looking at Merari so much that I unknowingly been pushing my breast against her. I quickly angle myself away. Sorry, I'm just not used to doing this stuff. No, I wasn't saying it was bad. I don't mind. Pick whatever position works best for you, Abby. Well, this is becoming hard to read, man. Oh my goodness, it's so fucking funny. The male one had to be harder to justify, right? I mean, in this one, it's like normal societal thing. I mean, you see it in like anime all the time. Apparently, like it's kind of, I wouldn't say apparently it's normal, but like it's not. I don't know. I mean, and clearly for her, it's not that different either, or not that weird either. But clearly this girl's a lesbian, so she is having some hard times, especially because of how cute this girl is. I suck in a gasp as Merari places a gentle, reassuring hand on my leg. The sensation of her soft, unblemished skin, the smell of her hair already clean, of her already clean body, the sight of her bare skin. I think that ought to do it. You're all clean now. Already? But you didn't even reach my butt yet. Don't tempt me, Merari. I'm already on the brink of losing it here. No, I think you should do that part yourself. Washing your back is one thing, but any lower than that is a bit... I blush and avert my gaze. So, washing the lower half is no good? Exactly. In that case, Merari begins to twist her body towards me. Will you wash my chest next? She's gone. I try to look away as Merari's bust comes into view. Even though I've seen her naked body before, the current situation is completely different than last time. Merari is neither cold nor shivering. She isn't in a near-death mass quivering on my floor. She's a warm flesh and blood being asking me earnestly to touch her body. I don't think that's a good idea either. Why not? Because I'm barely holding it together here. I can't be having these desires while she thinks this is nothing more than female skinship. What's the harm in you washing my breast too? This girl, I don't know if I want to hug her or push her down. What do you mean by push her down? That's sexual, isn't it? I want to hug her all the time. She's just really cute. But that's just my reaction when I see something cute. I'm like, mustering my remaining self-control, I stand up and get out of the bathtub and turn around. Sorry, but you'll have to do the rest yourself. If you need help, call for you instead. Bye. Abby-chan, wait. Hey. Bye. I'm out. Phew, I feel so much better now. It's been so long since I last enjoyed a hot bath. Oh, Princess, you're finally out. How was it? Do human baths compare favorably to ours? To be honest, it was pretty cramped in there. It's like human bathtubs are only made for 1 or 2 people at a time. Seriously, that's so weird. How are you supposed to clean one another in a tub that's cramped as that? Indeed, I wondered the same thing, though I suppose it does make bathing more intimate. Even though it's certainly more cramped, I can't say I didn't enjoy myself. While Minati happily recites her new experience, I slump down on the couch, completely and utterly exhausted. With my eyes closed and my body limp, I allow myself to sink to the couch as tension begins to slip away. It may have been a relaxing bath for you, Minati, but personally, I don't think I've ever felt more stressed about bathing. It took all my willpower just to refrain from doing something that would make me feel incredibly guilty later on. Honestly, I'm more tired now than when I entered the bath. So, are you going in next, Fuyu? I left the water in just to make sure just in case you wanted to take a bath yourself. Nah, I'm good. I'll just lick the important spots clean. No need for a full bath. Okay. As quickly as my consciousness has begun to slip, I suddenly open my eyes wide as I hear something which confirms my pre-bath prediction. You never change, Fuyu. Alright, have it your way. I'll go get started on dinner while you two relax. Minata heads to the kitchen, wasting no further time on relaxation. Having already cleaned my back dutifully, it seems Minati plans on moving straight to her next self-assigned task. Geez, that girl is such a hard worker. You can say that again, though right now, you look far more tired than she does. Me? Fuyu nods. You're tired, right? You should take a nap before dinner. Oh, wait. Okay, so slot 7. There we go. Should I take a nap or I'm suspicious? Let's take a nap. Maybe you're right. I could certainly do with a bit of shut-eye, and I'm sure Midaya would wake me up once dinner's ready. Oh, what the hell, I might as well. I'm gonna sleep for a bit. Don't let me sleep through dinner, okay? Of course. Rest well, human. With a smile on my face, I close my eyes once more and sink into a cushioning of the couch. Overcome by feelings of both comfort and exhaustion, I begin to fall asleep in a matter of seconds. Alright, well that's the end of this episode, so if you guys are curious, make sure you guys hit that like button down below for me because you already know your support is greatly appreciated. Leave a comment in the comment section, and this would be a great episode to put boobs in the bottom. Because, why not, right? And it actually pertains to this, and you know, whatever you want to do, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well, and without further ado, we're going to end this episode off, and we'll see you all next time.